So, I'm not quite sure if the camera is going to stay up here, but we're going to start it off over here. So we got the Amnesia collection, and we're going to start off with the Dark Descent. So let's see what we can get out of this. Let's see. Start a new game on normal, and then save and quit as soon as the first cutscene plays. Oh. Okay. We can do that. Dark Descent. This game features an autosave. When you see this icon, do not turn it off. Gotcha. Think we can do that. Well, obviously. Welcome to Amnesia: The Dark Descent. What follows is a couple of quick messages on how to get the best possible experience. Okay. Amnesia should not be played to win. Instead, focus on immersing yourself in the game's world and story. Do not worry about when and how to save during gameplay. The game will take care of that for you. When you want to leave the game, just choose save and exit. You can then use continue to return to where you left off the next time you start up the game. The world of Amnesia is a dangerous place and you're extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, or even run if necessary. The interplay between light and dark is very important to the game, and because of this, it is vital to set up the gamma correctly. Use the slider control below to do so. Adjust it until the square at the right is barely visible. Okay, but I don't want to. How far can we go? 2. We started at 1. So let's go 1.5. And we're doing this so that you guys can see everything. I hope. That is all. Hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of Amnesia. Frictional games. Alright. Well, I see Aurian MoonRose up there, and that's fine. Show subtitles, show effect subtitles. Show hints, show death hints, show crosshairs. Now. Graphics are fine. Alright. The way the game was designed to be played. Hard mode. Enemies will spot you more easily. Tinderboxes and oil are harder to come by. Autosave is disabled, and saving your game costs tinderboxes. Losing your sanity will kill you. Okay. But, of course, that would be for the show. So, we just got normal. Start a new game? Yes. Doesn't matter anyway, I'm supposed to quit first thing off the bat. So, there's that.
Don't forget.
Okay. Let's save and exit. Yes. Achievement unlocked. Nope! Left when things were getting interesting in Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I like the achievement for that one. That's cool. Okay. So, let's see what I gotta do first before we, continue. Okay. So we'll start a new game again, just to be safe. Normal. Yes. Now we'll actually get some of the story going.
Don't forget. Some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget.
Oh crap, I might need both.
I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Okay. Health, all is good. Sanity, crystal clear. Tinderbox is used to ignite light sources in the environment. Oil, okay. All notes have been picked up, which so far is nothing. Right? Yeah. Diaries, mementos. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see what we have to do first and foremost. Well, beginning area safe, that's good. Turn around, head through the door behind you, and pick up the first tinderbox. A memento has been added to the journal. Why? Make sure to check these whenever you get stuck. Follow the trail and find its source. Oh, I see. Okay. Hold down right trigger and move the right stick in order to move the door. Press LB to throw the door open or shut, depending on the direction you face. Okay. Weird. Tinderboxes use to light candles and other light source. And the current number of tinderboxes is shown in the inventory. Right. Well, already this is a interesting game. So, turn right down the hall. Turn right again. All right. Yeah, no Tinder. That's neat. I don't want it though. When holding an object, press LB to throw it. Press to rotate the object and look at it from different angles. Oh. Interesting. Enter the hallway on your left past the knight statue. Enter a door to your right to find the T2 there. Alright. Is 3 in there then? I guess it was. seems physic defying. That seems really physic defying. Okay. My sanity's good, huh? Doesn't seem like it. Seems really weird right now. Alright. Okay. Ooh, I feel drunk. Like it's hurting my eyes just a little bit. Woo! That's wonderful. Well, that's wonderful and interesting. Okay. Huh. Beware, when standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights and invite music in your box to search other... A slight headache. Alright. The old archives. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. Okay, so there should be 2. Witnessing unsettling events to reduce your sanity can be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. Oh. Wonderful. That's not creepy at all. Head out into the right. Oh, okay. What am I picking up? Huh. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. You have picked up the lantern and filled with oil can be turned on by pressing X or selecting it in the inventory. Okay, guess it's just... Oh, I was like, holy crap, it destroyed it. I was like, holy shite. All right. Okay. Now, what did it say besides a pounding headache? Okay. It's not what I wanted. I wonder if I can throw a book in there. It kind of says no. You try to throw a broom in there. Oh. Well. I tried. Really, really tried. Okay. No. Ah. There we go.
Of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality.
That's nice.
I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Gotcha, Daniel. That's not super weird at all. Hold down RT, move the right stick, and then you want. Huh. Slight headache, awesome. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. So what's that? To run, hold down LT while moving. Gotcha. But... that is extremely weird. Once you... Gotcha.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
Okay. Huh. Intriguing. That's not gross at all. Okay, what did I just get? Some sort of organic tissues blocks the path. Can it be dissolved? It is tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hands or tools. Oh, that's good to know at the very least. Alright. Okay, awesome on that one. Well, that worked real well, didn't it? Alright, and they said the big staircase. I'm guessing that. Yeah, it won't budge. Gee, I wonder why. There it is. Just what we needed. Okay. Weird. What did I just... Oh. Okay, so there should be stairs. Yeah, there is. Here we go. And then apparently I must go through the door, I would assume. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consult in Constantinople. Well, that's a great start. Libra Rare, rare books. Gotcha. Ah. Oh. I guess it only talks for him. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagles. May no man break this seal. William, House of Gertrude. Okay, well, I found the wrong thing first. Okay. Alright. Ah, crystal clear. Awesome. There it is.
May 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night.
Alright.
Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay, to the old tomes. Here we go. Okay, so 18, that's not bad, right? Okay. So there's a tinder at one of the end of this. Ah. Alright, sure, whatever. I'm going left, though. And getting stopped by wood. Beautiful. Maybe I went the wrong left. Let me check something one more time. There it is. Lately was missing that. Not even sure what was going on there. Floor plans, okay. Oh. Well, let's make sure to grab some more oil, because we're gonna need that. Yeah, getting the weight in this game is, very weird. No. I didn't like that idea. All right, there's that.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay. Okay, indeed. Ooh. East Wing, Western Hall. Okay. We're good for now. Alright, maps. And what are we doing with maps? Yeah, this place has kind of crumbled, though. Alright, whatever.
"17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger.
Well,
Today,
you
I
did
took some
something.
men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside.
Oh, that's
I
not
was
fun.
trapped.
Oh, you definitely know how to get a person interested, don't you? Fragile but not breakable by hands. Ah, this should do it. That did do it.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay. Some sort of... No, there is some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. I think I found the mechanism. A draft and faint air coming from behind the shelf. There must be a way in. Well, I didn't want to break all three, but whatever. Okay, local folklore. Alistad and Brynberg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altestad, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor castle, Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountain, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as it can be. Albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local, and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversation, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twist on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have sighed them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragging behind them which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Alsterd at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of the kingdom's past. During his stay, all the prominent members of the society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burial in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstead, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby, Elstad. And like most of those noble births, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lingering heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea to the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coverted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Okay. And they want me to kill this guy, supposedly. That makes good sense. Oh, okay. Nice. Yay! Okay, there's the key. He's whimpering regarding closing of the wine cellar. William and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock William and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve, whatever comes first. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both my problems. Yeah, I could see that. Okay. It was done, the men said. The tomb had been revealed. Tinhinen awaits Grin, the toothless foreman. Alright. Holy moly, it just spawned some more of that gunk. Oh. Yeah, it's not weird at all. Okay. Okay. A handful of sand trickled from the crumbling stone ceiling and pushed down on the brim of his hat. He braced himself as the cavern suddenly shifted and settled. Beware, when standing in darkness, slowly drain. Turn on the lights and then... Okay, it's dark. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Oh, nice. There's tools. Picked up the Coupe de Ray. Okay, so what am I doing? Weird. Oh, well, that's cool, I guess. We got a little bit of oil, even though we got 3 going on. Okay. What, more of this stuff? What happened? A few cuts and bruises. All right. All right. Hold down RT. While holding up, you can press LB to give it an extra push. Yeah, not really quite understanding, but... Oh. Okay, well. Okay. Sure. Head left again. Okie dokie. Okay.
What's happening? Oh, feels like my chest is going to burst.
Oh, is that what happened?
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Oh.
Except we're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
Wow. Okie day. That's sadness on its own, isn't it? Okay, William's last words. My name is Wilhelm, House of Gurridge. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle Brennenburg. As most of the atrocity, I was curious about what this supposed knight of the order could want from me, and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted it wholeheartedly. Ever since the day I brought men and women and children to Brennenburg, I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel inside revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer... Aqua Regis. Oh, okay, it was another chemical. Okay. Okay. Now what? If an enemy is near, stay out of sight and hide in the darkness. Make sure to turn off your lantern if possible. That's never good. Wait, what? What am I even doing? Increase your health. To drink it, pick it up inside inventory. Oh, nice. There's an enemy. Avoid looking at enemies for too long. It'll drain your sanity and you will eventually be seen. Okay, so I assume in here. Alright. Yeah, thank you. I kinda needed those. There we go. That must have been what they were talking about. Okay. Head back to the entrance hall. The cloth smelled of desert and damp musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top, too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few. Okay. Ah. He sat down by the Casbah, while gasping for air. Sweat poured from his forehead and onto the sand-veiled ground. Okay, that's good. Head downstairs into the room to the left. Okay. Before heading into the main lab room, there's a small alcove on the right. Check the chest on the right for T-32. Up. Okay. Head to the lab area, check the desk on the left side of the room, and pick up the chemistry pot and a note.
Should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aqua force.
Oh, good, because I know exactly what that means. Not really. Early alchemy experiment. Alright. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae, or viata. The former compounds lacked the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and opium are a given, and the culprit binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regis instead of aqua fortis and hope it'll produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violent to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an almaic solution to my predicament. Okay. Alright, the drawers for tea. Alright. Alright, 35. Alright, so far doing pretty good with collecting those. Alright. Yeah, it's not weird at all. Okay, chemical relocation. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiment has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are strained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Which we knew about, because, well, come on. Four different chemicals are needed to continue. Right. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it does not like this, I can tell you that. Hold down RT and do a circular motion with the right stick to turn the wheel. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, when did this turn on? Picked up hot acid. Nice. And big ol' thunder. All right.
Is anyone there?
The stairs are collapsed. Find a way to climb back up. Well. Oh. Interesting. After enduring 3 days in Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of researching or reserving a cabin on SS Horonto headed for England. Oh, good. More flesh. Hatches everywhere. Alright, let's see if this works. And we unlocked an achievement. Alchemist. Remove the shadows residue in the entrance hall in Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Woo! Alright. And we'll go ahead and leave it. It became impossible to avoid. The commotion in the streets begged for his attention. As he opened the shutters, the French soldiers opened fire on two young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in a haze of gun smoke. Alright. Alright, I think this is as good a place as any to leave it. So, pretty good start. 2 achievements. Spooky. Not sure what's going on yet, other than some shadow. So, we'll continue this next time. Maybe. Hopefully. But, when we come back, tomorrow, we'll do our long round of Dead by Daylight and see if we have time for this. I'm going to be a little busy over the next 2 days, so I'm not sure what'll get done, what won't. But the DLC is coming out for Pyramid Head soon. The Executioner, the Silent Hill DLC. So, until then, remember, you can catch all my live streams archived on my YouTube channel.